Fox 35's Daryl Nail is live in Titusville right now. Daryl, how is everyone doing tonight?
They're all doing fine, amazingly. And according to the pilot's daughter, she says that her father and his buddy took off from Space Coast Regional Airport, which is about 10 miles from here. They were flying around when they suddenly lost power from the engine. They then tried to make an emergency landing at a nearby airport just a quarter-mile from here, but instead had to crash land into this building, an auto body collision center. This large, flat-roofed commercial building on Garden Street in Titusville was intentionally picked out by pilot Beth McMillan as the last-ditch place for a crash landing, according to McMillan's daughter.
His engine wasn't working well for him, and he didn't have time to safely bring it down on the road. We're surrounded by power lines, so his next safest bet was to bring it down on a flat roof.
This is what the plane looked like after it crashed through the roof of American Paint and Body. Firefighters were amazed at how little damage the fuselage of the plane sustained, and that the two men inside it only suffered minor injuries.
It's beyond joyful to hear that he walked away from it and he's alive and well. To be frustrated about his airplane not working well for him today.
I'm just thankful to see him walking out of there. They were having a little hard time getting out of there, but other than that, they were fine.
Joe Fernandez is the body shop owner and says he and a half-dozen staff were ordering lunch around noon when the plane crashed through his roof and ceiling. He says the closest of a half-dozen employees dove underneath the display racks, which stopped the plane from hitting the floor.
He dived under those toppers. That's how close it was.
Fire investigators say the pilot was trying to make an emergency landing at an airfield just a quarter of a mile from the building, but he didn't make it. They credit the steel truss building with cushioning the impact, preventing what could have been a fiery and deadly crash.
Right, no fire, no explosion, absolutely. We did a investigation inside of the structure, found no fuel leaks, no smell of fuel. There was some little bit of hydraulic fluid that leaked, but other than that, everything is fairly intact considering what happened.
Now, the plane is still inside the building. NTSB and FAA have been on scene, and they're going to investigate. Ultimately, they'll need to get a crane out here to pluck this plane out of the auto body collision center. The pilot's daughter, who was out here earlier, telling me that her father never panicked when he decided to put this plane into this building. In Titusville, Daryl Nail, Fox 35 News.